Bless our leaders that they may lead us to the promised land. A land flowing with milk and honey. The land where Joshua led his people, the Israelites. God, our Heavenly Father.
The RDC, Kitgum,
Kitgum,
LC3 chairpersons, religious leaders, my fellow senior officers of UPDF, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me start by saying that I'm very happy to be back in Kitgum after a number of years. Kitgum, we have a very special connection to Kitgum because of my big brother here, Honorable Oriem. And of course, his father, the late President Tito Okello. He gave you a brief background of how we lived together in exile in Tanzania. And I really loved the old man. I loved Mzee Tito very much. I used to spend a lot of time with him. So when my sister told me that the people are suffering, I felt very concerned. That's why I had to come. First of all, I want to, on behalf of the government and the UPDF, I want to sincerely apologize for the suffering you have experienced. We are very sorry, and it is something that hurts us when our people suffer. We have done a lot to combat this vice of cattle rustling by the Karamojong. But obviously, we still need to plug a few gaps. I held a security meeting with the commanders of UPDF this morning in Kitgum. They told me some of the problems they are facing. In their operation. And I will be taking this back to the president so that we help them do a better job. I can mention some of the problems they mentioned. They talked of more manpower. Third division, we had already topped it up. It is now a full division, but the plan is to have extra manpower so that they can patrol that boundary between Acholi and Karamoja.
Ibara kwan madit mano jui kubu kin kwani ke mer welu mon ene no ni fot peromo enda ka bichero ka lok ni ke mer welu mon mukene ba ko bin ka mi okon.
They talked of a security road because sometimes an attack takes place somewhere, but getting to that place is difficult because there's no road.
Ikin pe ke mage kwano ke waye lok pa yo mage luni security road wa ka pe mo ti me gen ti ki ker me yo me o me me okon bodan.
We have started on one in Karamoja, but they have told me we need another one on the border with the Karamoja.
Lok me security road dongi cha yo ne o iside me Karamoja puja dongi bidugu borwa kan bene me timon me fur yo ni enini we have no gen go bet ki kero me yo ka pe o teme.
Once we have that security road, then we can deploy along that road because it will be easy to supply food and so forth.
A security road eni dong ki yobo madong tie mabe. Kere wari o mon mene ani go gwa kut I angle ni ani dong beru yo ki bot gen.
They also mentioned an issue to do with the Air Force. We had our helicopters in Karamoja that were helping, but apparently they were with the drone, so it has affected operations also.
We can put them on your burning. Dig man a young conyo game, make a moti, make or your make you call or jongy, who knock it to walk and burn it to a ping, a bit of a leg on enemy of it walk, digging it on the walking con.
So the Air Force will come back to help their operations.
So digging any bit walk, me con, in when you come jong.
They talked of transport, as the minister was saying. Some of them don't have vehicles. So that is also an issue we have to sort out. We have to get command vehicles for the units.
Why can Ben go away loca, pero make you what, Mamegi, Magayo Gerio, your Kagino lo. She look in the banner to a ping, if it's your Katiji.
They also talked of returning us to the anti-stock safety unit of police, to return it back to Acholi.
Game Ben go away ni, Kimeroke walk us to do pass to Mano Yang Tiki Gangi, or Meroke walk you, then game that they call you Garu, your men made a coach Pamun.
As to if those who are old enough, it used to be here, but then they got deployed outside this area. Many of them are old, so we have to rebuild us too. We have to recruit again and reconstitute it.
Oh, any dual pass to any Mukano don't join you with your Marago Chero. Kijo Mukan get to a teach Mukana, and Ogino the Perata, American walk duly in the Hochian, we can gang, we have me coin that banner, give it to Mukane, maybe the court teach Pamon.
In spite of all these difficulties, we have registered a lot of successes against the Karamojong. And those who are old enough again, you can remember the Karamojong used to attack in big groups. They would come in huge groups. But these days, because of the success of operations, they now come in small groups. They fear to move in big groups. They know they will be hit.
Well, you can't get a call for tear, and Ben Miro Money, Mon Gutte, Catel Kilotel, like a down wing, Nicom Belemo alone, the Kirkako, Pacon Mudong Tier, Comberi Chavani, I got a tiny Unogi Billy Dul Madid, and then you know, well good dog, the Billy Dul Manona, and I took a medic, no, you Mukane, Mejuayo, Perronio.
Now, I wanted the division commander, 3rd Division, to come and give us briefly some of the achievements so far, so that you hear. You shouldn't think that nothing is being done. Really, the Karamojong are not having it easy. Those raiders are not having an easy time. And I want you to hear from him some of the achievements that the army has made. So.
Ni Emil Miukara, Bola Dimon, Malay Barracks, and Mamego Madepi, and go what Gimo, to teach Magan to you, teach you Mukama Morulo, and Gomela Gamoy.
So you've had some of the achievements, but as I said, more work remains for us to do in order to completely stamp out this vice.
Why would you look more at teach Malamoya Bergati you ne? And I'm for the morning, teach Matek 40 mount dong. Mammy again goody, Menani, Kijuaya, Yea, Papa Mujong Matwal.
So, first of all, we're going to add another battalion here. It's going to join 5 division.
Niki be made Mon Mukana battalion Kolo, where what touching Mon Mukama don't teach on me, maybe you can.
It will join 5 division. They requested it, so we are going to give it to them. Right now, you have had 1 brigade. If the brigade commander can stand up, 505. It is his soldiers who have been doing most of the work here in Acholi, in this part of Acholi. Then I'm also going to bring you the commandos. I'm going to bring you a unit of commandos. Here you find the most affected place in this area. We shall deploy them there. Those are very tough soldiers, and you'll see their results. As long as you give us land in that area, we shall put them there and they start. I only need land. I don't need wives or anything. I'm okay. I have a wife at home. This now you need to know the strategic plan of the government for Karamoja. I need to inform you on that. As much as we may be angry with the raiders, but Karamoja is still part of Uganda. They are our brothers and sisters. But the Karamojong are using the old technology of Africa, the ancient technology of Africa. Even some of us in Ankore used to behave like a Karamojong. We used to move all the time. We were always moving. Looking for water and pasture for cows. So the Karamojong use that excuse, the excuse of no water. In the dry season, they say we have to move to other districts. So the plan of government now is to make sure that there is enough communal dams in Karamoja. So that the excuse of water is removed. They will never say that they need water. The water will be in Karamoja. The other thing, in fact, that government is also working on to improve the water situation in Karamoja. There's a plan to pump water from Lake Choga to Karamoja. But that is only a transition. This concept of communal dams is a transitional one. What we actually want is for Karamojong to have farms like we have them in Western Uganda. If you have your own farm with your own dam, you will never need to migrate anywhere.
Plan manyin magenti a charne babul me Karamojong kamukene ni omero dano go no diegi gibele ya lo achiel kitong bana dam mano gamenti ka tujune kempingi don kwanyo jono tiga kwa dio apego bina kala yela.
So the government wants to encourage them to stop this business of moving, nomadism. Nomadism doesn't help anybody.
Sige mag me tambod gini geno mero gen go jok lok me wot ikin ping me yelo dano eno marradio ni kiti komgi machala kem me mon mero ti komgi ni.
And we believe that we shall achieve that over time.
Angene ya nyim jeme yani twera.
The issue of auxiliary forces, somebody talked about reserves and having them work with security. I think that's a good idea.
Any chwa otam mangono wa yene dul palumon mukana magiti ken gang madong gwak no guru tire ngiti tidong jema gira mere ko tit palumon any chwa ko lokere ne met choy jona ni ken gang.
If the numbers are controlled, if there are not too many, and if their job is mainly intelligence, to work on intelligence.
Kan number kai wele pe light tutwal e oni bero be wa tit kere yor tutwal me ko ngej bana men no je ngoma tikatime.
Especially identifying those collaborators. You must help us and I'm sure you know them, those who deal with the cattle rustlers.
Unbena mero kon kinena nga gi magi kupe kilo ko median ojong magi bier ka koli unbena chwa loko bina nyim wakati komge. You
must help us remove them from the community so that the Karamojong, how do they come here? Somebody is telling them, you come to this farm, you come here. There's somebody directing them.
Mero kon en bene wak no jo eno ni kit ngegi ke kwangi o kit dan piano jong pe binata. No jong a me biro ni no ngara mo ku peke ni ngole kan bin kuman ten kuman.
So if the auxiliary forces are there for mainly intelligence, I think that would be helpful.
Adule ana gi choegi me konyo lok me poko ngej bana e ana gi biro be tutwa.
There's somebody who talked about Karamojong soldiers, that there are Karamojong soldiers in the UPDF and they work with the raiders.
When I'm on way ni ti lu mon mu ken magena yo jong an gi ti ku jong no warigi me ko media.
We had, some time back we recruited LDUs in Karamojong LDUs.
Ikarmo ki choyo lu mon ma gi lu ni LDU ni Karamoja magen belo jong.
But they became a very big problem.
Chi ku do lu yela dada.
Because they were using their guns in raids. So the army had to take a decision and we had to transfer all those LDUs out of Karamoja. They are no longer in Karamoja. They're in Kampala, they're in 2nd Division in the west there. They're not in Karamoja anymore.
Western Uganda.
But if there are some in 5 div, then 5 div you must find a way of identifying them so that they don't cause problems here.
And when you come for team a good dome division ma big can to me again keep me new again put up okay la yera kan.
No, then the issue of compensation I've forgotten.
Look, meteorology in Padamur, you know, we will.
That is also something I shall table to the president, if there can be some for these people who have been affected.
Monologue, my enemy trial about the deep president. Ni kinan ka yomoti ma ground me okon botjoneni. Ken ma wel giti ki ping.
Otherwise, we are very sorry for the people who have lost their lives.
En chunye chwe pijo ma gurwenyo wogi ki luak magitie magurwenyo luak mamegi.
The people who have been injured,
Joma kuno wano
the people who have lost cows
imagurwenyo diegi
in that criminality,
itijaranye ano magipelati manani.
Thank you so much.
Bless our leaders that they may lead us to the promised land. A land flowing with milk and honey. The land where Joshua led his people, the Israelites. God, our heavenly